We're going for a cold open today, okay? It's a snow day, which means I don't really want to waste too much time talking about things. But also because of the talking, I kind of want to save for later today. The first half of this is going to be fairly tightly packed with like Half-Life stuff, and then the second half is just me playing the usual games. So the games where you get to side up me. You need an opinion. Okay, if I can ask your question. Should you go to work today? Have you seen the snow? Mod, have you seen the snow? The snowfall is pretty intense today. I don't know if you want to go to work today, because I've looked outside right now, and it's taken everyone maybe double the time to get to where they need to be. 100% our subway, which is, by the way, supposed to be ready for snow because we live in a snowy environment that, mind you, every year it snows. Isn't ready, so you're probably going to be delayed. It's basically free money because no one's going to your workplace. Oh, you're right. So you don't do work. Okay, yeah, go. I say go. I say go, and you save your day off for a nice day. Because think about it. If you take a day off, what are you going to do, right? If you take a day off today, you won't be able to do anything because it's cold. Like you can't go outside. All you can do is watch my stream, which while enticing, I don't think mods get ads, so it wouldn't really help me. So instead, what you should do is go to work, get the free money because nobody's going to be there. Then you take another day off when it's nice and warm or like cool or something. I don't know. The only problem is you should probably leave like 2 hours early. It's going to be, I mean, look, I don't know. I still don't know why our transit system always falls over in the snow. One would expect that they'd be ready for the snowfall yearly. The same snowfall that happens every year. And same with the same rainfall. Like it seems like the city is just sort of always caught off guard by the fact that it snows and it rains, despite the fact that we live in Canada. It's very odd. So yeah, go to work, get the money, come back, subscribe. No, just kidding. Go to work, get your money, subscribe. Go to work, get your money, subscribe. Can you imagine someone saying that to you? If anybody ever says that to you, just tell them no, walk away, okay? There's no need for you to spend money on anything that you don't want to do. But imagine a streamer telling you, go to work, get money, subscribe, when the streamer themselves could also go to work, right? Anyways, go to work, get money, subscribe. Money emotes. Oh, man. I mean, okay, I know I said we were just going to go right into the cold open, but I'm going to open with a rant. There is a certain limit to the amount of e-begging that I think people should feel comfortable doing. I think nowadays it's been normalized to e-beg for a ton of money, okay? This is my personal opinion, and I don't mean any shade to anyone. I'm not saying that it's not hard, okay? Look, if you have an Oshi and they work hard on the streams, listen, I get it, all right? But there is a certain level of comfort that we've gotten used to when the reality is that life has never been this comfortable that people could just make money by siphoning money from others, okay? Not to say that entertainment has no value, but some things are a bit more useful than others in the grand scheme of things. But also, in the end, you know, it's the whole economic capital system. Like, it doesn't matter if you're useful, quote unquote. Like, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism, and there's no ethical production under capitalism, too. And so, therefore, you have, like, it doesn't really matter what you do. Everything that you do is immoral and unethical and exploitative in some way, so like, does it really matter? But at the same time, it's my own moral personal standpoint that I will not beg for your money because I feel like I should just go work for it because you work hard for your money and you make less than me. I'm a programmer, but you make more than me. You're legally obligated to give me money. You're morally obligated to give people like me money. Actually, what's the math on that? Or what's the math on that? Hey, you guys want to do some math really quick? So let me go to my handy dandy drawing board here. My handy dandy drawing board. We're gonna do some math on when is it morally correct to give money to someone here. I'm pretty sure it's when you make anything more than like $500 more than someone else. People riot. Okay, look. If you have so here, you have one streamer. Okay, you have one viewer. Let's say they make 100K. Okay, that's me. So again, for context, I'm a programmer. I make 100. My last role, I was making 150K, which I was topped out within Canada. Was it? No, wait, sorry. I was going to be 150K, but then I like left. I think I was still at the 125. Okay, so this is a rich person in where I live. This is a top 5% person where I live. Right? If you have streamers who could potentially earn, let's say, I don't know, like I don't know how much streamers could earn. How much would a normal, like, if, do you think I could hold a job? But here, look. Okay, so imagine you have streamers that could each earn like let's say 65K. This is a lot. I would say 65K is a lot, but let's assume, well, most streamers probably don't want to go to school and probably don't want to do that stuff. Although I've seen a lot more streamers pop up that have like high education. They just happen to like the streaming side more. But I feel like that's more of a niche compared to the norm of like people get large on streaming and they just continue to like snowball from there. So maybe, okay, let's just say 45K, right? Times 3, all right? You have, this is 45K, 90K, and then 135K. Theoretically, these streamers should be giving me money. Do you know why? In total, in aggregate, they make more money than me. But every single person is their own individual. And how much is a sub? It's like $5, right? How much is a, yeah, it's like a $5. And tier 3 sub is like, what, 30? Which I'm still, like, tier 3 sub is surprisingly a lot. So let's say it's like $30 for like a tier 3 sub. But let's say you sub at tier 1, right? You could give these people each a tier 1 sub and it still wouldn't necessarily break your bank, right? And so it's what that makes me realize, like, there is probably a way that you could, like, you know how everyone does GoFundMes to pay for like their medical stuff? So everyone does a GoFundMe to pay for their med bills, right? I'm pretty sure what you could do is if you get enough rich people and enough poor people, you could distribute their money amongst everyone such that everyone has an equal like 6-figure salary. In a way, I've described communism, and it's like one of those memes of like, haha, the capitalists, you know, dreams of their utopia, and it's just communism. But you know what I mean? Like surely it'll work. You would donate your last money to the millionaire streamer so you can train his AI to replace me and you can't stop me. there's something funny about that idea, right? Because you could, like, this is the thing, okay? Listen, we're going into another capitalism rant, okay? I feel the rant building in the side of me. You know all these things about AI and stuff and how they're replacing jobs, right? At some point, you're just gonna have AI and people with no jobs and there's no money. So what are the rich people going to do? They just have all this money, but like there's no point to it because nobody can spend or buy anything. So what's going to happen? But then I realized something. That's why they're training AI, because they don't want people. They just want machines to like interact, almost like a Sims game. They want to make their own Sims game. And so what they're going to do is they're going to get their Sims to spend money on themselves that's from their own bank account. It's a self-circulating economic system. I say we take all the rich people, maybe including me. I don't know. Like what's your threshold for like rich? Is it 120K? Right? If it is, I will gladly die for humanity. All right? We lock them all into a box and we let them play with their self-circulating system. Right? This is when Project Venus comes alive and we will live in utopia or we all die. What is Project Venus? But also, I do believe in your latter half. Yes, I do believe in your latter half. Yeah. The Venus Project is a 501 non-profit organization. Okay, that's already a bit suspect, considering the context. Founded by architect and social engineer Jacques Fresco. Founded this project with a socio-economic model to develop a resource-based economy for human beings utilizing technology. Oh! What? Based in 1955 to 19... How do you know this? This is actually kind of cool. So it's basically... this is what people in the 1950s thought the future was going to be like, right? Because way back in the 1950s, we thought to ourselves, hey, you know, like the Fredstones? The Fredstones. What's the futuristic Flintstones? What's that show? What's that space show? It's like the Jetsons, right? People thought that we would be living like the Jetsons, flying around, living in a utopia with us food, and our dogs can talk to us and say, "Whoa, you didn't feed us." But instead, do you know what we got? We got Web3. This and Project Venus, it's all just, it's hallucinations. It's hallucinations by a time and a place that believed in the betterment, in the better side of humanity that has so far failed us up until 2025. Anyways, yeah, so look at this graph. Give me money. I'm just kidding. Don't. But I mean, if you want to, then sure. But just recognize that, like, again, if I go back to work, I can make 100 to 30K, right? So don't worry about it. I can figure it out. All right, just you don't have to spend money. You're feeling so lazy. Yeah, but Mod, think about it. Look, if you go to work now while the snow is going, no one's gonna come to your workplace, so you get to make extra money. You get to make like quadruple or quintuple the amount of money. And think about it. If you make enough money to breach into the 5%, you can join us inside the bubble. You can join us fellow rich people inside the bubble where we get to like, give money to each other and it goes in a circle and then Jeff Bezos takes it all. And then we make a smaller bubble. Like really, the key is that we make smaller and smaller economic circles, right? I think right now the current economic circle is about to lose America. So it's like the current economic circle includes most of the world, and it's about to lose America. So it's getting smaller now, right? And then eventually, like someplace else might like fall. Like we might lose the top half of like Asia, right? And then we might lose like Canada and like the rest of North America. And so it's just like Europe, and then we just keep on losing people. Look, the concentric circle of money gets smaller and smaller and smaller over time, while the rest of us live in a utopia. Project Venus. Don't worry, robots will replace you soon, and you won't need to go to work. Okay, so this is another. You're psyoping me. Chat, stop. You're psyoping me. I said we'd go right into a cold open. Stop. You're psyoping me. This is another rant. Okay, another rant is coming up, okay? We cannot have robots working frontline retail. Do you know why? If you're a customer and you go in and the robot says you can't have this, do you remember the robot that was going on a journey? Here, robot died America. Philadelphia. Here we go. Remember this guy? Remember Hitchbot? I remember Hitchbot. So if you don't know, Hitchbot was a robot that went from all across, I think, Canada, Germany, and the Netherlands. And the moment it entered the United States, it died in Philadelphia. So again, this is what's gonna happen to robots working frontline retail. Is the moment that the customers get angry, the bot's going to die. Okay, Hitchbot didn't even last a single day in Philadelphia. Look, okay, sorry, just be warned. It's basically gore. It's basically gore. This is it's like some five. This is like some like some like live leak shit here. Mr. Hitchbot, who was so cool, and then afterwards he's just dead. He's just dead. He's just gone and dead. So yeah, this is what you need to be careful of. Okay, there is a non-zero chance that's closer to like 100 and further away from like 0, but I don't know exactly where it lies on that spectrum, whereby customers are going to get so angry that they just break the robot. Give the robot a gun to shoot you 5 head. Shoot pew 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 emoji. Let me just read this. Let me read this like an old person would read text messages. Okay, give robot a gun to shoot pew 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 emoji you 5 head emoji. From channel 7 TV. Then we have a different problem, right? Because that's what's going to happen, okay? So at first, the robots replace people, right? On the front lines of the work. Because there's always going to be that human interaction point. Unless we all move to Amazon, but like it's a trade war, so I can't say that. Then the companies realize that they're losing money off of the Hitchbot. So they're like, okay, well, let me just make the robot safe. And then they give the robots guns, and then they realize, well, wait, why do we need to sell them anything? Why do we need to sell people anything? Why don't we just steal their money? And then you've got roving bands of robot bandits. I don't know if we want to, put that arms race into... I don't know if we want to, I think we should table that, Table that, put it on the shelf. Let's not put that under consideration. Let's stay away from the roving bands of bandit bots, robot gangs. All the bots are saying this is for Hitchbot. Honestly, if it did happen, listen, I want you all to know. Look. Canadian hitchhiking robot. So once again, created by professors at Toronto Metropolitan University. It successfully hitchhiked across Canada, Germany, and the Netherlands. And I want to remind people, if you look on the world map, that's Germany. That's Canada. Germany, Canada. I don't even know how this robot got to Germany from Canada. This is not Pangea. We are missing a a land trail for the robot to walk across. So somehow the robot was even able to successfully pass TSA, which, given their performance re- reports, isn't that hard. But still, the robot was able to pass through TSA. Hitchhiked the boat. Wait, did he actually? Listen, all I'm saying is, okay, the robot survived, but was immediately killed in Philadelphia. The moment it crossed the border, the Philadelphians killed it. Okay, this robot is extremely topical. Perhaps the robot's life cycle was an early look at the relations between Canada and the U.S. devolving into like border wars, right? But also, when the robot gangs do exist, Canada, Germany, and the Netherlands will be spared because Hitchbot's like descendants will look towards these like countries and seek to keep them safe because they kept their god safe. Hitchbot, right? Like Hitchbot is their god. This is like, you know how like you know how like Christians have Adam and like Eve, okay? Presumably. They have the robot gangs have Hitchbot. And so Adam Hitchbot died in Philadelphia, therefore America will be the first to be attacked. You don't know, but maybe. I mean, I'm gonna assume he took a flight instead. I like to think that he like went up to the TSA and somehow survived. But this is actually pretty topical. Like it is pretty forward thinking to think that like you have all these different places, and this idea of like a Canadian European alliance successfully harboring this like beautiful robot that just wants to say hi to people, and then the moment that it steps one foot into Philadelphia, it gets stripped, dismembered, and decapitated. Rest in peace, Hitchbot. Rest in peace. By the way, this is one of the few things that came out of Toronto that was actually global. That wasn't bad because so far we don't have a good track record, right? What came out of Toronto? You have Justin Bieber. We all know how that ended up, right? But however, I do like his newer stuff. Drake. We know how that ended up, and we don't talk about him. All right, Kendrick Lamar killed him. Okay, it's basically over, for good reason too. And we also had Hitchbot. Okay, it's 1 out of 3. Oh, and me. Sorry, you just dead named me. You just dead named me. I'm gonna here, what? Nightbot.tv. Oh, you can't see this. Hello, chat. Holy early stream. I know this is the one time that I'm not so late. Look. We have a new command. Okay. We have a new command. If you use my old name, I'm gonna. How do you do variables in this again? Nightbot variables. Sorry, I keep forgetting. User has dead names. Will be executed in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then what's the pew 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 emote? Pew pew pew. Okay, type my old name now. Everyone, type dead name me now. Type my old name now. Vandalize works of art in Pennsylvania. What? How is this like a thing? How is this a thing that they have their own category for vandalize works of art? I'm not gonna look at this because some of these might be new to me. TSKR. Oh, thank you for typing TSKR. Don't worry. The bot isn't ready yet, so you won't be banned. But you know what is ready? All of us. Do you know why? It's an early stream because I'm on time. I did not mean to get sidetracked and to talk about the Hitchbot and the trade war. Like I'll save these topics for later, but I just want you to know that I'm gonna speak on the fact that I'm a bit like that I'm almost like that I'm like an AI. Okay, I'm gonna speak on the fact that I'm like an AI later, but for the moment, I just want to begin the morning with some interesting Half-Life content. So for those of you who don't know, today's schedule is going to be fairly simple. We have Half-Life 1 and 2 mods, and even like an interesting way that these mods are done that I've never really seen before that doesn't really make sense to me, but I'm still trying to I'm still trying to understand how it necessarily works. It has Unity in it, so I don't know if it's actually like a mod, but apparently it is because you need to have the Source SDK base installed, which is what I was installing this morning when I tried it. So there's a lot of interesting things about this like space that has sort of blossomed recently. On top of the fact that there's been still a very lively community of people who are still working on this stuff. So without further ado, let's begin. Sorry, I need to find the playlist. There's a specific playlist that I had ready. Sorry, just give me a second. God, you haven't played Alien Swarm in years. Well, that's why, right? And then we have chatties that have never seen Alien Swarm, so it's time to show them what Alien Swarm is about. Now I'll be back. I'm gonna start the download. See how long it takes. Let's start the download. See how long it takes, and then we're gonna see what to do about it. Okay. Again, Alien Swarm reactive drop. You need to get that one. I think that one is the one that's currently still being updated. The other one I don't think is being updated. There's two of them. The normal Alien Swarm was the one that was initially released by Evolve way back then as like a free game drop. So if you do want to join it, get the reactive drop one. It's gonna take me how long to download this? Oh, like 5 minutes. Okay, so I'll be back. I'm gonna eat a sandwich. I'm gonna eat a nice Vietnamese banh mi in 5 minutes. Okay. In the meantime, enjoy some brain training music because I think it's funny to listen to brain training music as I'm eating. And we'll be back in just a moment. BRB. Did everybody have a good lunchtime? I had a good lunchtime and a quick poop. Man, you know what's crazy? I still think about this a lot. You're at work, they only give you like half an hour to eat, right? And after you eat, you have to poop too. So do you poop on... But it's like they incentivize you to poop on their time instead of the lunchtime. Like I think to myself, maybe I could be a better business person because I feel like I would have a better system for convincing people to poop on their own time versus on my company time. You know what I mean? Like... Because why is it only like half an hour to eat and poop, man? Like, you need more time than that. Like, well, what do you want to grill? If you want to grill, like, a very nice Prince Anaki, like a nice Prince sausage, you have no time for that. To those of you who have downloaded Alien Swarm, please raise your hands. We're going to begin now in just a moment. Again, for those of you who don't know how it works, you start the game. Make sure you get the right one, though. There's 2 Alien Swarms, okay? Not the old one. You need reactive drop. You need the reactive drop one. There are 2 different games. And we just make a lobby and we go. So I'm pretty sure it should just work as long as I do it. But we'll see how it goes. See me mode to set the game up. Apparently contemporary equals that. So you would say that I'm your contemporary. Okay, don't ever say that ever again. I am not your contemporary. I'm above all of you. Good night, everyone. See you all tomorrow at the same time as always. We'll do it early again as always. I'll be back tomorrow. And we're gonna be doing programming. So tomorrow's the first day where we work on the pinball game. I have no other crazy plans, so all the crazy plans are all done for the week. I'll get some more for 2 weeks from now, and we'll do some pinball programming, and we'll try to make the pinball roguelike, and we'll see how it goes. I'm curious to see because chat, you are correct that it's very hard to make pinball fun for a long time, but I think it'll work as long as we play around with the progression things. Because the game itself is kind of fun, especially if you play with the fact that paddles can change. So we're gonna see how it goes. You asked. Ooh. But yeah, thanks for showing up, everyone. Hopefully you enjoyed the Half-Life 2 day. Hopefully you enjoyed the Alien Swarm day. The Alien Swarm was a very last-minute thing, but it was fun. We'll play some more games soon together as a chat. I'm gonna go and sleep and take care of things and eat and stuff, so... Goodbye. See you, everyone. Can I raid there? Is there anybody to raid? And thank you again, Narf and Athel, for raiding me all. So, Athel and Red and Narf, thank you both for raiding me. I always feel bad because I can't raid them back considering the timing of everything. So, it's a little bit unfortunate. But, hey, you know what? You should just go and play with your Oshis, everyone. Bye, everyone. Good night and have a good day, everyone. Here, look. Have a great day, everyone. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll play Orc Massage soon. Together, we'll play Orc Massage soon. Bye, everyone.